Welcome back. Sorry for the quick exit before. Typical representation of life where in a minute, in a heartbeat, things can shift and change. So I've decided to make a part 2 on this because this was a really good reading and I truly did not want to stop. So here is the layout. And now I'm going to go into the stones. And the stones, I pick a stone for each position. So in the spirit position, we have Bear. Bear is all about protection, going into introspection, still time. It is typically feminine essence or energy because of the nurture, the mothering, the protection, you know, mother bear kind of scenario. So this is a, I feel like this is a higher level of respect and specific to the feminine divine. And it's stepping forward and coming into fruition for all of us as individuals and as the collective consciousness. And then, so that just gave us more detail. It's not just spirit. It's specific. It's the feminine divine. And you see the process that we've had to go through. Yeah, you think? I didn't expound a whole lot on elephant medicine. I will say that it is a fire card. So this is the igniting of the destroyer of obstacles. So many of us are going to be experiencing the new groundedness that we feel as a result. This is amazing. So this is deer medicine. And deer medicine is, there's a few things about this. It's a migratory animal, so it has a direction, it has a focus, it has a path that it walks, that it may have in its memories from previous seasons. And it also shows the new ones, the younger ones, the ones that are just stepping into this experience, this groundedness. It offers them support in that process of being focused on the path. So with elephant medicine, it's a big, very gentle, very grounded, very connected medicine. And like I said, it is auspiciousness to the max. And it is like Ganesh, the destroyer of obstacles. However, deer medicine reminds us, kind of taps us on the shoulder and says, yes, but be kind to yourself and others in the process. It doesn't mean bulldoze people or paths or whatever the obstacles that we are invoking to be destroyed. It must be done in a very kind and conscious way, a graceful way. Deer medicine offers us a very high sensitivity. I like to look at animals and their physicalness and what that represents. They have big ears, big eyes, and a very pronounced nose for the size of their face. They have tiny little feet, but they're always grounded. So it doesn't take a large amount of grounding. It takes very precise and consciousness in your grounding. And your senses will be heightened during this time. You'll be very, very aware what you're seeing, what you're hearing, what you're smelling, what you're sensing will be very, very heightened. But it's all in gentleness. There's nothing forceful. So you have a balance here. You know, the elephant is big and has a gentleness, but it definitely has a presence and the potential to be a force, if provoked. And when it's in the offering of destroyer of the obstacles, this too has to be kept in balance. Destroyer of the obstacles has a very strong statement to it. So the deer comes in and says, yes, however. So that kind of brings into a full balance. Not only does Elephant make it clear what is going to bring this balance about, but then the deer suggests exactly how to do it. Okay, so that's pretty awesome. All right, so in the air position where we have the Ace of Arrows and the Breath of Life, you know, that's the new kind of breath, the new infusion of clarity with a very focused level of communication and thought. And I love this because this is wolf. So wolf medicine offers many things. The first thing I always say about wolf medicine is that it is teacher-student, student-teacher medicine. Everything goes full circle. You do not offer your wisdoms earned without ever receiving a teaching for yourself. You are never just the student learning and receiving, because in your quote-unquote infancy, because you're learning, there is great depth of wisdom that can come forward from that. So it is a full circle medicine. It's also about community and communication. So this further enhances this amazing breath of life that's coming in, that's infusing into our thoughts and our communications. This reading is, quite honestly, just a whole inspiration and very clear insight as to where we are and what we're doing. And I love that our thoughts and emotions are in balance with a very clear focus, and they're working together. The bow and the arrow together really bring us to our goal. And I think everyone can agree that a goal would be to be in balance in communication and our expression of emotions, to get to the prosperity that is at hand. So what's offering our emotions is the manatee. You notice a little white dot. It's white, not red. So this is all about compassion and kindness. And it's in big form. It's big, it's gentle, and it has a presence. But it's not like in-your-face presence. It can be, but even when it's in your face, it's very kind and gentle, and it kind of pulls you into its gentle frequency. So this spark of life and our potential and process to come into emotions that are not of attachment. We see, we feel, we hear, but we are not attaching to any of it. There's a sense of independence developing, but it is a collective independence. So within each of us, we're finding our own independence, and then it kind of sparks and ignites in the web of consciousness and connects with others. So the totality of it is that we all collectively are coming into our independence as a mass consciousness. That is an amazing and profound concept and potential, isn't it? The manatee is a water animal, so it further confirms this state of emotional being that is at hand for many of us. Now, some of us may be or have already experienced this and are in the full throes of it. Or this may be brand new and you may be feeling this and kind of feeling your way through it, not quite certain. Because it's been so chaotic and up, down, and all around, we have a propensity to be a little bit cautious. And that's okay. Caution means slow down. It doesn't mean stop. So as long as there's movement forward, there's great things to be had in caution. And so in the fire position where we kind of are ignited into all these new levels in our gifts of intuitiveness and insight and just being connected on a higher level, we have the amazing abundant energy of the buffalo. And the buffalo, it's a beautiful thing that it's in the fire position, because the medicine of buffalo, if it's not in balance, can be very bullish and insistent. It, again, has a big presence. It has a thunderous presence. You can hear them on the prairie, or you used to be able to. I think that's kind of hopefully regenerating. But you could hear them and feel them. That's how the natives used to know that they were coming. They would get down on the ground, on the earth, and they would listen and they would feel them approaching. They are a direct earthly communicator and messenger between us and Creator. So they really they're kind of like the way showers that we often talk about, the ground pounders. That's kind of what buffalo medicine represents for me. I work a lot with buffalo medicine. And yeah, it's an amazing abundance of prayers answered kind of medicine. So man, I just feel like we're heading into a really amazing status, individually and as a collective. These are all potentials. Remember, I offer readings as a potential. They are not black and white until you make them black and white and you manifest them into action and reality. I'm going to draw a fifth stone for the center. I don't typically do that. I let this center card kind of speak for itself, but I was called to do this. The card is prosperity. The stone, I don't know if you can see it, is healing. It represents healing. I mean, that's like a drop the mic moment. I don't know that I need to really expound on that. I think at this point, based on this reading, you can really come to your own understanding of what that means. Very, very beautiful. Some work to be had in the grounding. Grounding into, the process and the connection. And really understanding that respect is needed and necessary on all levels. Obstacles need to clear up in a very kind and gentle way. It's a process, but it's not unreachable. I'm glad I got to do part 2. It really, really took the reading to another level. I hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, that's okay too. I'm quite all right with that. Until next time, be the medicine you seek. Peace in, peace out.